camp almost done. You've been here with the team for a couple of weeks now. How do you feel? Are you getting into it?
Yeah, definitely getting into it. It was a strange feeling the first day when I turned up, because obviously coming back to the place where I used to work was a bit strange. But I was almost checking which uniform I had on when I was doing it. But no, it's been good. Obviously, I sort of eased in the first few days. Like the communication with the staff and everything is very, very good. There's a structure that we have, so it was good. Yeah, everything was clear, and got the first few sessions done. Start to feel comfortable and know where I fit into the structure. So yeah, it's been good. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, has it been a little work though to kind of feel where you should step in and what's your role going to be?
Well, we obviously have a lot of meetings about who does what in the session, so it was always clear who was going to do what at what point. So that's not been a problem at all. It's been okay. So I've known when I've been needed for the team stuff, and then when I go work with the individuals, with the rehab players as well. So that's been clear and fine.
Yeah, give us a little more detail. What have you been doing?
Yeah, so me and Patrick have worked a lot on the prep. Obviously, Rickard takes care of the 11v11. So when we've been working on whether it's defending from the back or pressing high, me and Patrick will come up with some sessions together that we're going to do. I've worked mainly with the midfielders and the attackers on what we do in the transition. So when we win the ball, how we're going to play, how we're going to break or penetrate the lines going forward. And then with the injured players, just been doing some of the rehab stuff. So working with Lucho and Johan on where the guys are and what kind of sort of intensity sessions we can do, and then doing things that are more specific to each player. So a healthy mix of team stuff and individual stuff as well.
Yeah, so what can you kind of bring with your experience and your kind of role? What can you bring into kind of rehabilitation of a player that's injured compared to just kind of working with someone like Lucho?
Yeah, well, I think, you know, Lucho obviously from a medical point of view will do what he can to make sure the player is in what we'd say a suitable position to come back to playing. So it's kind of bridging the gap from leaving the medical side and then stepping back into the team training. So it's just filling that gap between. So I suppose experience-wise, the work we've done with other players that have come with all different types of injuries, we looked at kind of where they are and where they need to be so they can go back in and be effective in training but also feel comfortable in training. So it's kind of just planning that with Johan around the sports science stuff and looking at the kind of sessions we'll do and the intensity of them to get them back to where they need to be. So when they join team training, they feel that they're not, you know, at 70 or 80%, they're almost at 90 or 100%, so they're going straight back into it at a level they can handle.
And when your final move to Stockholm is happening soon here, do you feel like an AIK man now?
I do feel like an AIK man. I'm looking forward to the snow. Obviously, Henke just arrived this morning. He said it was like -5 and 25 centimetres of snow. So I'm going to soak up as much sun as I can for the next few days and then get the thermals ready for Stockholm.
You do obviously know a lot of the players, like all of the players from before, and you were actually at the goal celebration.
I was. I've been spotted there by a few people. Yeah.
Tell us why. How did you end up there?
Yeah, well, it was just, I think, you know, because of the work I've done with the club for the previous camps, and Jens, Henrik, Björn all said, look, you know, you should be part of this for this weekend, or we'd like to invite you over for this weekend, you know, to be part of it. So it was really cool. Like, it was great. It was a great experience to be with the team and the players, you know, flying down to Kalmar from Stockholm and obviously winning the gold and being with the team and the staff for the celebrations on the plane back in Stockholm was really cool. So it was great, and obviously at that time I didn't know that I was going to be here, so it was a great experience anyway. But then to join the club, you know, in close season and be here for pre-season obviously just was quite fitting and good feeling.
So how has that kind of transition been for you? From working with teams in general to working with one specific team only?
Yeah, well, it's almost better. Like, it's a great experience working with a lot of teams and different players because you have different experiences, and there's obviously different cultures at different clubs and they come from all different parts of the world. But to be able to work with the same players every day, whether it's the individual or the team, is a lot better because you can plan and you can see that development from pre-season through to, you know, the break in mid-season down to the end of the season. So I think they both have benefits, but I've done so much of the other stuff that it was time to come back and do the team stuff. So I'm a lot happier and more comfortable, I think, doing this now because it's what I wanted to do. And like I say, working with the same players is great because you can do more with them over a period of time.